Hello everyone and welcome to week 4 of English 111 Online. Today we're going to discuss several things. The first issue we're going to discuss is how to say why a particular reading matters or how to indicate why what you're arguing matters. Saying why something matters is important because the audience wants to know what's at stake and why we should care about a particular argument or issue. We can't just assume that an audience will understand why the issue is important. We want to make sure that they know, because if we don't, we risk alienating our audience. The who cares question identifies what group cares about your claim. It also indicates the relevance or importance of what you're saying. It also indicates what the real-world implications of your claim might be, such as the benefits or consequences about the topic that you're talking about. It also places your writing in a larger conversation. To see some of the who cares indicators, look at the templates on page 91 and 92 of our text. The so what question answers the who cares question when it is generally not enough. So what questions ask why should anyone beyond a few specialists care? It links your argument to some larger matter that a general audience will care about. It also indicates the need to justify the importance of one claim, and that is common to all disciplines. Some templates for the so what questions are on page 94 and 95. Well, we might ask ourselves, what if our topic or what we're talking about is just so obvious? Does that mean that we don't have to answer the so what or who cares questions? In short, yes, you still should answer the so what and who cares questions in your writing because you don't ever want to assume that your claim is so obvious that you don't need to answer these questions. If you don't answer them, you run the risk of being deemed irrelevant and unimportant by your readers. Your work will also appear less interesting and/or exciting. You want to make sure that you also are connecting all the parts in your writing. If you don't connect your ideas by showing how they relate to each other, the meaning is lost. Thoughts must grow out and extend, like the limbs on a tree. The best compositions gather momentum and direction through the establishment of connections. Again, you don't want to make your reader do all the work. Transitions are a way of marking the kinds of connections you are making in your argument. Transitions cross from one point to another in your text, that is, either sentence to sentence or paragraph to paragraph. They're usually placed at or near the start of a sentence, and they tell the reader whether your text is echoing a previous sentence, offering an example, or modifying it. Keep in mind that transitions should be as unobtrusive as possible. Some common transition terms can be found on page 105 in our text. Pointing words are what exactly they sound like. They point or refer back to some concept. This is the most common pointing word. Pointing words create flow and help readers make connections. They must be used carefully and must have a clearly defined object. Repeated key terms and phrases and their synonyms and antonyms provide readers with some sense of your topic. It helps avoid repetitions of words, but not concepts. So again, in the example of Dr. King's letter from Birmingham jail, we see that he uses a couple of words more than once, but then rather than continue to use those words, we see that the concepts themselves are repeated. Repeating oneself with a difference. Repetition, which is the password for this week's quiz and is spelled with a capital R, says things in slightly different ways to avoid monotony or boredom in your writing. Be careful not to leap to a new part in your writing without introducing it. Repetition builds bridges between your ideas by echoing what you've just said. Key terms, pointing terms, and even many transitions can be used to repeat ideas and concepts with a difference.